See a little bit, bud. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Hey everyone, we are staring at Jill's computer there. Hi buddy, how you doing? We're starting the Follow-Up is Key webinar. So I'm Rebecca. Let's get started. So how I want to run this is we're going to go through a typical wellness advocate or wholesale customer. We're starting with wholesale customer follow-up. So what we call a wellness consult. That's what I like to call them because it kind of categorizes it all. So most of you know, I'm going to kind of start way back at the beginning. Most of you know natural solutions, right? We get through natural solutions. This is how we talk people through oils. We're at the point that they want to enroll. They enroll, great. Then we set the time. This is what I like to do. Once they enroll, set the time of when you're going to follow up with them. So obviously, sometimes you are, Jill, I'm going to mute you just for a minute because yours is coming to the front. Oh. So unmute yourself if you have a question.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. Thumbs up. She's got it. Okay, so with the, where was I? We follow up, either you're enrolling over the phone or you're enrolling in person, whatever you're doing, at that time, set your appointment to do your wellness consult. The reason why is because sometimes you can be playing phone tag, texting for a while to try to coordinate it. So we really want to make sure that, we get the date set. I like to do it within, honestly, I've been going more for 2 weeks, within 2 weeks of when they enroll. Here's the point. We want them to get their oils. They receive their oils. They play around with them. Some people dive right into them, right? Some people let the box sit there for a couple of days. I don't know how. It would be killing me. So we want to give them time to dive into it. Dive into their oils, play around with it, look through the little book that comes in, the enrollment kit, and then go from there. So once they've had time to get used to it, then we're going to meet with them a few days later. They're going to be familiar with what they've got, maybe using a few things here and there, kind of into a little routine, or maybe they're totally lost. So this is perfect time then to jump in with a wellness consult. So we use our live guides for wellness consults. Okay, I'm going to do a side, let me share my screen. Let's see. Share. Nope. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to jump over here to, can you all see this? My doterra.com site?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So I gotta move. If you are on your computer and your little window box of people is in your way, just grab onto it, like click on it and drag it somewhere else and you move it out of the way. Does that make sense? Okay, good. One nod. Okay. Okay, our advocates, when you go to doterra.com, obviously these little pop-up, there it is. These pop-up boxes show up here. So when you click on, or hover, don't click, hover over our advocates and this drop-down box comes here. Empowered Success. So Empowered Success is our tool system that we use for anything from teaching a class all the way through launching builders. So I'm going to click on Empowered Success, and the rad thing about this is they have way ramped this up. So let me just tell you a little story about how when I started, we literally had, the Natural Solutions brochure, and that was it. We had no guides. We had no nothing. So the fact that we have this whole system to lead us through all of this is, just a little gift in a pretty little purple bow. So here we go. Empowered Success. Okay, down here, Natural Solutions. You guys can order these on your LRP. Just so you know, all of this stuff can be ordered on LRP. So add it in. You can order, I think, a 10-pack. Some of them you can order like 20 or 50 packs too. So if you're, I always have a ton of these Natural Solutions and the emotional one. Those are two really good basic classes to teach to people. So I always have those on hand so I'm ready to go if I need to teach it. Or if I'm just doing a one-on-one and kind of want to step through that with somebody just one-on-one. Okay, so down here's the guides. Here's that Healthy Can Be Simple. That's that little booklet. I have the old ones in my house, so I do not have the new ones. They revamped it a little bit, and I still have some of the old, so I'm holding on to those until I'm out. These are great booklets. Let me see if we can click on it here. Most of these you can click on and download and then print them, or you can, yep, here we go. Download now, buy a 10-pack, buy a 20-pack. So check this out. This is super easy. Download now. The bad part about downloading it is that once you, here we go. Once you view it, it doesn't show you, this one might be different since it's little. No, it's not. Okay, so it goes down page by page instead of like, think of a booklet, you're flipping. So you see things side by side. So you don't get to see the side by side view. But this one might actually be okay that way. So this is almost a little mini class in itself, if you look at this. This is great to give to people that are maybe that you're just chit-chatting with quickly. You don't have a big, long sit-down with. These are good things, kind of a teaser almost. And then also good to give to people once they've even enrolled. Give some good ideas. Look at this. Digestion, healthy weight. So this is triggering people's brains. What do I need oils for? You know, these are standard uses right here. I'm going fast on purpose, so bling, bling. Okay, so the cool thing about these, let me see if it shows the back cover. Yeah, pregnancy and babies, women's care, seasonal support. This is great. Outdoors, this will be fun for summer, fun in the sun, traveling. Look at this, camping information, all that kind of stuff. Here we go. Here's the back cover. This is actually what the back of it looks like. So where's my stickers? I have these little, here, you can kind of see these. Let me see if I can zoom in real close. So see that little sticker I made? This is a return address label just off of Vistaprint. So I just added my phone number, my email, my website, and my name. It's a little sticker. Slap those puppies right on the back of these booklets, and you've got a booklet business card. So it kind of, you know, they have your contact information. It gives them a little rundown about oils. You can follow up with them later. Jennifer, your dog is all about it, man. I don't know. Climbing up on
normal.
you and stuff.
That's normal. She always sits up there.
Okay. Oh, now I've gotten myself in a pinch here. Let me move my window screen with all your faces is blocking my web. There we go. Okay. Back, here we go. Simple, healthy can be simple. So these are the guides that I give to people when they first enroll, or if I'm meeting with them for their wellness consult. And then also bring, whoops, what did I click? Here we go. Also bring this live guide. So here, notice we'll start going through these, just ticking away at these. So live, share, build, launch. And then the cool thing that was released, this was released at convention. No, leadership retreat. Train, lead, multiply, influence. So these are the leader guides. We had builder worksheets. We called them builder worksheets before for each rank. So it kind of helped you to structure where's your volume at? Where do you need volume? What does that look like? Say you need such and such dollar amount of volume under 2 different people. What would that require as far as activity? Like how many enrollments, how many classes, that kind of thing. So those were our builder worksheets. Now these leader guides here have kind of taken the place of that. And the cool thing again is that we can just pull them up right online. Print them out if you want to, if you're in a pinch and don't have any on hand, or you can order them in your LRP. So, and it goes by each rank. So you start with one and keep moving through the rest. But we're going to start with live. I'm going to pull it up on here so that you can see it. But remember that, like, see how this is like a 2-pager? So we're only going to see 1 page at a time and then scroll to the next. Okay, download. So you guys obviously can all access this, which is awesome, and add them to your LRP too if you want to have a few on hand. Oh, the wheel is spinning. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Live Guide. So I normally just walk people through this one, and I don't read everything because, you know, they can read and they'll read it later though as they're flipping through it. So just kind of, I flip through some of these first pages. It just gives you, congratulations, welcome to the wellness lifestyle, that type of thing. I do cover the wellness pyramid because this is referenced a lot throughout all the doTERRA information. In, you know, all the different emotions classes, it's all incorporated because that's kind of what the foundation of this whole, of all the oils are, really. So proactive medical care, informed self-care, that's more on the healthcare side of things, which we can do, we can control some of that with the oils. This is this down here, this foundation: eating right, exercise, rest and manage stress, reduce toxic load. These are the things that we can really use oils for in order to basically be proactive with our medical care. Does that kind of make sense? So it's given some solutions here. Reduce toxic load using the lemon. That's a really basic thing. So remember, people are starting, they're first enrolled, they're starting off with this. Unless they're real familiar with things, you kind of got to break it down to the basic level again. You don't want to overwhelm them. So starting with lemon in the water just as a cleansing, you know, that's a real easy way to cleanse. Balance on the feet. This is one of Dr. Hill's, actually the daily habits challenge that's coming up is this is mentioned in there, having the balance on the bottom of the feet. This is something he does every day, puts balance on the bottom of his feet. It's just part of his routine. So this is a good one to incorporate. Deep blue. So for exercise, of course, we associate deep blue, or even like past tense. Peppermint is even a good one. I mean, how many of the basic kits just have peppermint in it? So you don't even have to use the deep blue. And then eating right. So a way to supplement our eating is by using Lifelong Vitality, because we know we don't get all the vitamins and minerals that we should from our food these days. So everybody should really be on some type of multivitamin. So, and you can touch on all of these too as you are talking through this. And then check it out. Each subject is on a different page. So it's cool. It breaks it down. It expands a little bit more. See, even here talking more about kids probiotic and vitamins, how to get your kids involved on it too. So the pages are just, it's real pretty. Okay, let's be honest. People look at pretty. So they're going to open this up and flip through it. Yeah, produce wash, look at this. Or you just use your foaming On Guard hand wash like I do. Exercise. Yep, so it's going slow. I'm not trying to go this slow. Here we go. I'm trying to get to the wellness consult page. Rest and manage stress. Little Epsom bath there. Emotional wheel. This is a great wheel. Not everybody sees this unless you actually order the emotional kit. So it's good to actually be able to see this in the Live Guide. Reduce toxic load. So here, notice all the items in this cover the 30-day cleanse. So this is all everything that you would need for 30-day cleanse. And there's the protocol sheet too. Man, I heard that was actually coming out in something. Maybe it is if you order the Cleanse and Restore kit, it comes with that 30-day cleanse protocol. But I also have it uploaded. So it's on our My Essential Wellness group. And I believe it's also in our Big Tent group too. So, and then of course, you know, shampoo, conditioner, skincare, toothpaste. So these are great ways. If you ever get the question, what would I order on my LRP? Like there's no way I could possibly order something every month. Well, everybody brushes their teeth, right? Most everybody has hair, so, you know, and a face. So here we go. Look at that. Easy as pie. Okay. Shannon. I'm so sarcastic. It's bad.
Awesome.
Okay. Glass cleaner. Yep. Look at this. Some basic cleaning. What's that? Who talked? Nope. Okay, we're good. Speak up. Okay, informed self-care. So, yep, past tense correct Dex. This stuff is amazing. Like, throw that Neosporin out. Don't ever touch it again and use that correct Dex. Okay, targeted support. So love this page. Look at this, by body system. Holy smokes. This is right up my alley. Okay, so you see some recommendations for each type of issue. Real cool. And notice it's only one recommendation. Let's not overwhelm people. Look at this. Awesome. Okay. Customize your wellness plan. So here it expands into it a little bit more. And look, check boxes. What do they want? Do they want the lifelong vitality? Here we go. Check it off. So you can really use this to help them strategize what to order next. Yep, it's a 2-pager. Goes through each one of those categories again. Things they might want to replace. It just helps them organize. Okay, wellness consult. Let me move my, let's get you guys over here. There we go. Okay. Reach your wellness goals. Okay, so this is cool in that it helps to really break it down for people. And how many of you have enrolled somebody who's like, so when do I use this lemon? Well, you put it, and I'm thinking you put it in your water. Like, how hard is this? But some people actually put it lemon in your water. Look at this. There's a little checkbox right here to put it in your water in the morning. You could even write it in down here for afternoon. Do it morning, noon, and evening. We're going to do lemon. So they need that step-by-step guide, almost like a prescription, right? We're not doctors. We're not prescribing anything here. But here's your little semi or sort of pseudo prescription pad. Top health priorities. Just have them jot down some things that they're really wanting to focus on. If they've got a 90-day goal, natural solutions you have or need. So this could be anything else that you want to incorporate into it. Really, this just comes from talking with the person. So here's where it gets tricky, is that I can't really give you, step-by-step examples of how this works, but really it's just a conversation. And ask your upline, if you haven't done this with anybody before, ask your upline to come with you to a visit. Or if you're doing them online, if the person is out of state or not close to you, look at this. You can pull it right up here. What I like to do is send them the actual live guide and then schedule a time to do a Zoom conference with them where I can step them through it just like this. And then they can be filling out the live copy that they have in paper, and we can just be looking at the screen together. So a couple different ways you can work it. But then you can say you look at the kit that they got. Maybe it's the Family Essentials kit. And you can tell them what to incorporate morning, afternoon, and evening that would help them address these wellness goals that they've got. And obviously lifelong vitality, frankincense, some of the basics are right here, so you can quickly check those off. If anything else is incorporated, you just write it in. And then what other wellness choices could support your goals? Look at the basic stuff. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Increase water, sleep more, you know what I mean? Stop drinking so much wine, basic things. So, okay. Live empowered with natural solutions. So this part is cool because it kind of sets you up for the next few months with them. So say you've talked about some things, you've already jotted down up here what they're going to use their current kit with, or how they'll use their current kit, or the oils that they ordered when they enrolled. So down here, if we've got a wellness plan already, we've got some ideas of where they're moving, that means we're going to have some ideas of what to order next, so we can lay it out for them right here. You can ask them, what's your budget? Is there a budget you're sticking with? Do you want to go for the 125 LRP order to get the free oil every month? Do you want us to try to group things together maybe in 50-point orders? And then if your budget allows you to add things on, you can tack on a few extras. So kind of get the feel of what they're looking for. And of course, by now I've talked about LRP versus standard order. So does anybody need me to go over that actually? Okay, so, and you can use this for LRP or standard order too. Say they're just wanting the standard order, they don't want to jump on LRP yet, just jot out some ideas of what they could order in the next few months. It doesn't mean month 1, month 2, month 3. It could be any, they could categorize it however they want. So this getting started section, it lists every product, basically. So what I like to do, now I've heard a couple people use this different ways, so chime in once I'm done explaining this, because maybe it's Shannon. and Shelly use it slightly different. Let me tell you how I do this, and then I'll have the others jump in, and then you pick what works for you. So let's say that they ordered the Family Essentials kit. So we're gonna like, where are the blends? Here we go. So things like Breathe, Deep Blue, Digesten, those few oils that come in that kit, I'm gonna just check them right off the list. Now say we've made a plan up here in this month 1, month 2, month 3, whatever is scheduled for month 1, I might write a 1 next to. So say basil, bergamot, and black pepper, we decide to order for month 1. So I'm gonna write 1s next to that. And then Roman chamomile and the yoga collection and Zendicran are month 2. So 2s next to those. Same for month 3, write the 3s in. And then the way I explain how they can use it then is they can see kind of what their next few months plan is, what they've already got by the check marks, what they're going to order in the next few months, and then what, say Copaiba wasn't on the list, right? Maybe they've been learning more about Copaiba in the few months that they ordered month 1 already. They're in between month 1 and month 2. And Copaiba pops up. They're really interested in it, want to add it on. Maybe oil of the month comes up and they're like, ooh, yeah, I really want that oil of the month. Then you're allowing them, maybe you did a 50 PV order, 100 PV order here, whatever it is. They could tack Copaiba on to their order here. They check Copaiba off. It's tacked on to month 2. Now they're getting oil of the month plus the Copaiba that they learned about. So there's flexibility in the schedule. And then I just tell people, like, really, if you're confused or it comes around to the month of ordering, you're on, looking at your LRP and just like, wait a minute, I totally spaced what we're supposed to be doing here. Just reach out to me. It's not a big deal. But I like to try to create that plan, that 3-month plan, so that I don't need to hold their hand necessarily through every month of ordering. Does that make sense? And not sound rude. I'm not trying to make it sound rude. I really want to, what we're going for is empowering people to know how to order for themselves and what to order. Okay, so I don't want them to think they need to call me every month to figure out what to order. So for one, I don't have time for that, for like everybody to call me. But 2, I want them to know, like, look in the book. And I might even say they have a health concern when we're talking up here. Maybe one of these health concerns is one that's got me stumped. I'll pull the book out. I'll pull a book out. I might even pull up another window page on my internet and type in, doTERRA and, Crohn's disease or whatever, and see what pops up, see if there's people that have written about it, what kind of recommendation. And then from what I know versus what I see online, is look what that's showing them is that, yep, this is not all knowing. Let me tell you, it may appear that I am all knowing, but I am not. I don't know. I look things up constantly. So you can do it too, basically. Like, look how easy this is. You can look these answers up as well. So that's how I use this little check mark. Anybody want to pipe in if you use it differently? Shannon, you told me just the other day, I think when we were talking with Terry. How do you use it?
I use it pretty similar to the way you do.
Okay.
That's how I did it with the one lady, because once she got to looking at it, she's like, I want all of this. So then we figured out what her needs were for the first month, the second month, and I used a pencil because we changed it a few times.
There you go, pencil. That's a good tip. Yeah.
So otherwise, we did checked it off what she had. Then month 1 and 2 and 3, we just put the numbers next to the oils, like you were saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anybody else use this differently? No, crickets. Okay. Loyalty rewards. So here again, we cover loyalty rewards. If you hadn't talked about it already, this is going to cover a little bit more about it. I'm going to jump down here real quick. I really like this part because it breaks down into more, words, what all of this means. Plus this chart down here is totally cool. So it makes it way easy to understand. All you need to do is order 1 PV. I mean, that's a lip balm, right? Or a bar of soap. I'm hoping that everybody in America is washing themselves at some point in their lives. So we all need soap. Okay, 50 PV. This will earn you your 10 to 30% back in points, plus increase you on your percentage. So again, if you're in that, say, month 1, 2, 3, you've ordered, you're in between month 3 and month 4. You're like, yeah, I don't really want anything this month, or I'm traveling for the month. I won't be home to even get my order. Throw a bar of soap on there, to hold it. But for the 50 points is what it's saying is to make sure you're at 50 points in order to bump up from that 10 to 15%. You're in between month 3 and 4, gonna move to 15% on month 4. You have to have 50 points in your order. If you don't, totally cool. By month 4 or 5 or whatever it is that you bump back up to 50 points, that's when it will advance you in your percentage. I said that totally backwards. Did that make sense to you guys? Okay, nodding. Jill, yeah? Terry, are you no?
I'm good.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I totally just like zoned out for a minute and was just staring at the chart. So sorry.
Okay. So if you're confused later, just let me know.
No, I'm good. I just was like, wait, what am I doing? Where am I?
Okay. Wait, let's go back over this. So lifelong vitality. This is, this and the skincare are good to highlight because people don't know this a lot of times. And honestly, like you could tell them 3 months in a row and it might hit them differently each month. You know what I mean? When you hear something, hear the same information, but more the next month, then it makes more sense. So this lifelong vitality, most of you guys know this. If you order lifelong vitality on LRP, you can add up to any 3 of these items, up to 3 items for this additional reduced cost right here. And it breaks it down. So I like this visual because it shows it all. And then you see the price that it used to be and what it is now. So you see the savings that you get. Anytime I order a lifelong vitality pack, I stack 3 of those on. So I've got like 8 PB assists in my cabinet back here. 7 Terrazyme. I'm stocked up, right? I'm ready to go. So it's just such a cost savings that it's silly not to order it that way. So skincare, the cool thing about the skincare set is that you can order that the same way. The basic, what is it called? Hold on, I have it right here. Okay, this guy. Essential skincare. So this set, it comes in the little, wait, I can't see myself. Let me see where I am. Here we go. Okay, it comes in this little baggie. I stole one of the items out of here. So the cleanser comes in here as well. So the 4 items comes in here, and then you can add 3 items. No, 2. Yeah, it's 2 items. You can add on to this one as well. So this is cool for people that are looking to get into the skincare, is you can start with the basic one and then do the add-ons. And like the eye cream and that brightening gel, holy smokes, when you can add those on for the reduced price, totally worth it. So I like to highlight that for sure so that they know that there's even more savings that they can get with those kits. Okay, essential tips. Yeah, here's just some bonus stuff. This might be stuff you've already covered with them, but have it in writing. Here it is again. And then the last page of this, if you sat with them and enrolled them, you can always put member ID and password, or if you created their ID and password, not their ID, obviously, that was assigned to them, but you could write it down here, write their password down. Here's a tip for those that might be starting. When you are enrolling people yourself and you have to put a password in there, come up with a system of the password that you might create for them. So now remember, there's like a capital letter, a punctuation mark, a number, that kind of thing that you always have to have into it. So what I like to do is just do their last name, capital on the first letter, last name with a 1 and an exclamation point. So I've got a system down, right? So if they say to me, hey, totally don't remember what the password was, what did you set it to? I don't know. That was like a week ago. I don't remember what I did yesterday, but I have a system. So, hey, try this. It's probably your last name with the capital letter and a 1 and an exclamation point at the end, and that should get them in, right? So then they can change it after that. Okay, so this stuff is continuing education, basically, and we want to plug them into this. And I'll lead into something else here that helps to plug them into everything else. But basically, this Empowered Life series is a great thing to just make them aware of. I share it on the Facebook group. You get emails about it from doTERRA. So hopefully people don't miss this, but this is a great way to catch just a little snippet of education each month. opt into the daily drop. So that's an app. If you guys don't have it, download it on your phones. It'll obviously, then you'll be more aware of what it actually is, but it does little video clips and will send you a push notification like, hey, check out the video for today. And it's just on an oil, like peppermint. Maybe it's 45-second video on some uses that you can do with peppermint. So it's just giving them tiny little snippets of information to really start getting a hold on, how to use these oils. doTERRA Living magazines, so you can get them at this website. And then those of us, I think they send them to everybody, but I actually think it might be a certain rank and above. Do all of you get doTERRA Living? Yeah, okay. So it might be everybody. They come out, I think it's quarterly or monthly.
Yeah, I just got the spring one.
I just got one today.
Okay, so I think it's quarterly that these come out. So these are like a magalog. Where's mine? Hold on, I had it. I have too many piles in here. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, so doTERRA Living. So it's got little articles in here. I don't know if you can see those. Yeah. Just like different ways to use oils. Here's cleaning. Just all kinds of really cool information in here. A lot of times there's articles from, here's some recipes. Yep, Ask Dr. Hill. He has a little page. What's the best way to use new doTERRA oil chemistry handbook? So all kinds of good little things. These are things that I don't even know. So it's good to read through these. And then in the back here, so we call this a magalog because in this back section, it gives you every oil, every product listed wholesale, retail price. And, some people, they can order a catalog in their LRP. So if they like that visual, like holding things in their hand type of thing, or this magalog works too. And these are great for those of you that have been sharing for a while, or if you're just starting to share, hold on to these. I have 3 accounts that I order off of, that I control. So my brother and my sons, I just order for them. So I basically get 3 of these magazines. So I hold on to these and then hand them out to people when they first enroll too. So that's one way something to do with them. Or if you're, a magazine hoarder and like to just flip back through them all. And I have good intentions to do that and I never do it. So, okay, key support. This is a great place to put your contact information if they don't know you really well. Maybe even uplines. I tell people on my downline, put my phone number, email, name there. If they need to, they can reach out to me if they can't get a hold of you. Upcoming classes. Maybe there's a certain class that's coming up that you want to list here. Or a lot of times I just share Regal's class up in Fort Collins because hers is the first Thursday of every month. It's just standing first Thursday of every month. My class every month jumps around. So I can't really put that it's, I might list my class there and then Regal's as well. Do what you want with that. Okay, so then, and here's where you kind of move into what if they're expressing interest in sharing. Then you move to the share and build guides. So I'm going to jump over to this other thing here. Here we go. Okay, and I got to move you guys again. Let's see. Slide you over. Here we go. Okay, so this I created because, well, for one, I was failing. I was dropping the ball. I'm, helping leaders on my team, but then also enrolling myself. And I realized that I'm dropping the ball and just getting my new enrollees going. So I wanted to create kind of a little step-by-step guide here. So I made a little checklist of what to do once somebody enrolls. So here's more detailed explanation. And then here's the quick, check those off. And then down here, I just did a page where you could print this out, cut it in half, and you got one little page per person.
Rebecca, that page isn't showing on the screen.
Oh, thanks for telling me that. You know why? Because I'm sharing my web browser and not my whole screen. Hold on a second. You guys are silly. You're just staring right at it. Okay, is that better?
There we go.
Awesome. Okay, let's go back so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, enrolling a new wholesale customer. So here's the longer version because I'm wordy. I can't keep things short. So, and then here's the quick checklist. So this explains it in more detail. Once you know what I'm actually talking about, then you can use these quick checklists. So, and then here's that third page where you can print it out, cut it in half. And then I just keep a couple on hand, like 4 or 5 of them on hand. The minute I enroll somebody, put their name down there, what their number is, when they enrolled. This helps for a couple things. Remember, we have 14 days to move people once they enroll. So if you enroll somebody, you can keep track of what your 14 days is by putting their enrollment date here. And then obviously check off as you go through everything. So let me touch on a couple of these things. At enrollment, make sure they qualify for any deals they want to take advantage of, the diffuser, book deals from an upline, or any doTERRA promotions. And then also notify the upline leader that might be offering a promotion that they met their requirement for that deal. So what that means, let's break it down. Let's use the one that's going on right now, the 50/50 promo. So in order to get the 50 points for free, for you and your new enrollment to get 50 points, they have to have 100 PV at enrollment. So what you really want to do, make sure that they have the 100 PV as you're enrolling them. If they're going to do it on their own through your website, I always ask them to tell me what items for sure that they're going to order so that I can verify their PV amount is the same. So, I mean, because how many times have we done this? We've all made this mistake where we look at the dollar amount rather than the PV. So, and I mean, how awful if they were at like 95 PV and we're 5 points away and they didn't get the 50/50 promo. So, ooh, that was weird. Did that red line show up for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally didn't do that. Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to move right. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. So, okay. So just verifying their PV amount, give any gift that you're offering. Oh, back to the upline. So sometimes I know I pick certain parts of my team and I rotate through it that I might offer a certain incentive to, especially if someone's trying to get to a certain goal, a rank goal or something like that. I might offer my own incentive to that team for their enrollments. So if your upline is doing that, I know some of the girls like Shelly, Shannon has done some different stuff. So just see what are they offering? What's the point value requirement? Make sure that your new enrollee is at that requirement. And then anything that you want to offer, I know like I might offer something and then someone below me might offer something else, something smaller, like the little keychains or Shannon's been doing this, just giving people little sample bottles. And then like a little funnel to put oils in as they're mixing their own blends. Cute little things that are, real cost effective, don't take a whole lot out of her pocket. And then, but it's a helpful way of getting someone started. Okay, so send them the doTERRA websites guide. So I'm going to flip over to that. This is another thing I created because, again, when we started, there was no system, nothing in place. Let me flip over. Tell me if you can see this. Oh, the red line is still there. Okay, that is weird. Okay, can you guys see the websites guide?
No.
No. What? Hold on. I'm just going to share my whole computer. Desktop. No, because then you see everybody's faces. We don't need to do that. Hold on. This will work. Look at that. You see it? Yes. Awesome. All right. I'm slightly computer illiterate. No, computer literate. I am slightly computer literate. Okay, back office. Here's the main site that they want to go to. Basic, right? It starts basic. So here's where you go to log in. Here's a cool science site. That one may not actually still be in place. I'm revamping this constantly, by the way, guys. So, and every time I try to revamp it, I try to upload the new version to the My Essential Wellness page. So check back with that often and make sure you've got the currently updated copy. I'll check on those sites because I think this one may not be active anymore. Ordering supplies, I tried to kind of categorize this. I am not offended, by the way, if you take this and recreate it and make your own. So this was just something that worked for me, and I just started sharing it with people because we had nothing in place. So do what you want with it. I will not be offended. And if you come up with something better than what I've got, maybe share it with me, and I might use it for our whole team. Okay, so ordering supplies. Here's the basic sites, the Aroma Tools and the Oil Life. Here's a couple extras, eo.tools, Share Oils, Oil Sharing Tool. I mean, there's a bazillion sites that we have that are smaller little break-off companies. Terra. This is a cool site. You can get presentations. You can download presentations from that site. Here's some other resources. I mean, literally just take this and poke through all the links and you'll start to get familiar. Okay, so sharesuccess.com. This is the big one for business because this is where our guides, like our Live, Share, and Build guide, all came from. So those will be on that website as well. There's also cool little videos that go with them. So check that site out. Okay, so this is a new one that I added, Chloe. This is a Share Success Pro developer that created this app. And really it's an app to track your contacts. So it does cost money. So it may not be for those that are just starting off. I mean, if you want to go back to just, pen and paper it on a list or spreadsheet, whatever works for you to kind of track who you've got on your team. Do they need to be plugged into builder information? Do they just need to be plugged into oil user information? So kind of figure out a system that might start to work for you now. And then if you get to the point where you need to buy an app, like I use Lead Train now to just manage all my contacts. I can categorize people into, are they builders? Are they shares? Are they potentials? That kind of thing. So Chloe is an app. You can download it and poke around and check it out. I'm going to say don't do this one. I need to remove this. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Watch this.
Oh, sorry.
Get that puppy out of there. So that used to be one of the other sites that had builder material. It was called the Edge system, and then we had Share Success. And since doTERRA, I stuck with Share Success, but I gave people the freedom to choose which system they wanted. I just liked the way Share Success flowed better. And now that doTERRA has actually adopted Share Success and has it in our back office, and we can order those brochures right in our LRP. Awesome. So let's just kick that Edge system out of there. Just poke around on these. I'm not going to talk through all of them because we'll waste a lot of time. Facebook pages. So here's our group. So this starts with me. So of course, say maybe one of you takes this and adopts your own version of it that you want to send to people. Great. Throw your Facebook page in here before mine. So it just basically goes all the way up our chain of whose page is what and where they are. There's some people that have building and sharing groups as well as just their oil information page. So okay, so you guys know for me, I don't have my leadership page in here. Good thing I read over this. So I'll add that in here. But then here's Shauna. She's my upline. Here's her oil page, her leading page. Same with Devola, oil page, leading page. Regal, oil. This is for... Actually, I have hers in reverse order. I'll flip that just because I'm OCD. So,
are you wanting us to see a page that you're looking at?
Shelly, are you not seeing it?
I'm not. Is anybody else? I'm still seeing the, let me move.
I see it, and I've got to go.
On my phone, I have to slide over.
I'll post the recording later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Do you see it, Shelly?
Yeah, when on a phone, you have to slide it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Facebook pages. Yeah. So just connect to all these if you want to. And then down here, I threw some YouTube, Pinterest pages. Here's business information. So for those that are that pour more into builders and sharers, conference calls. So this is Devola's and this is Monica's. It used to be Monica and Regal's, and then Monica kind of took over it because then Regal went a different direction. So just Tuesday, Wednesday nights is what they do. They do record them. So here's the number for live, and then here's the recording. So check out. Yep, the recording, to hear the last recording, you press pound, and it'll tell you that in the little menu. So just to hear the last one, you press pound. With Devola's, I just always have to listen to the last one. If with Monica's, let me bounce back up here because she has, where is her page? Yep, MonicaGoodsell.net. If you click on her website, you can actually go through her whole log of past calls, and she has them titled, so you can see the subjects. So if you are, bored on a Friday night and want to just personally develop yourself some more, tune into those. Okay, live meetings. So again, here's the standing one with Regal, the first Thursday of every month. She does have like a masterminding event. This is more builder on the third Thursday of every month. Continuing education. So we do have some special continuing education programs that get rolled out every now and then. There's also Jumpstart. So that's the 21st of this, 21st? Like the third weekend of this month, 22nd, 23rd, somewhere in there, that weekend of this month, and it's in Denver. So if you guys aren't signed up and you still want to try to make it, let me know and I'll check with Regal to see if there's tickets. I want to say it's like $79, $49, something like that.
I think it was $79.
$79? Yeah, okay. And it's just off 120th, hotel off 120th. So, I just drive down there every night. Some people actually stay at the hotel. Do whatever you want. Okay, and again, the Share Success website here. Here was just a cool little visual. I just added that in there. Okay, let's bounce back. You can't see my web browser, right? Let me go here. You good? See my internet now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're going to go back. So in the, back on that, where am I? The checklist. So I'm just going to kind of read through it real quick. And then I'll post the checklist in the websites guide as well for you guys. And then you can use them however you want to from there. So sending the websites guide to somebody or to the new person, connect them to the Facebook group. So if you're already friends with them on Facebook, do them a favor and plug them in, just add them to the groups they need to be added to so they don't have to search and find them. I always ask their permission first. So, hey, do you want me to connect you to the Facebook groups? If not, the links are on the website guide, just connect as you're ready to. So, and then setting up the time to meet with them to go over the live guide is the next step. So these first few steps I do before we even meet for the wellness consultation. Okay, so one of the things I mentioned in the wellness consultation is the Zyto or Itovi scan. So the biofeedback scanners, most of you know what those are. So if we didn't do a scan at the time of enrollment, or maybe in the week or so before that, when I meet with them to do the wellness consultation, I like to do a scan then, because what comes up in the results can often lead you to what to recommend them for their goals, their health goals. So plus it digs up some creepy information they may not want to reveal to you. And so you can just jot down the oil that they may need and go from there. So if you can tell that it's resonating with them, if they don't want to talk about it, just say, yep, we're going to need that rosemary and add that right on to month one. So, because rosemary came up for me the other day. That's why I used that. Okay. Remembering to move your wellness or wholesale customer before your 14 days. Side note, let me cover this. Most of you know this, but you enroll somebody as a wholesale customer. They cannot enroll other people under them. And you do still have the 14 days to move them. Now the perk is, and this is how I enroll everybody, is just wholesale customers to begin with. So once they might decide, or if they decide that they want to share more, build a team, that kind of thing, they're going more in that direction. They have to upgrade to Wellness Advocate in order to be able to enroll people under themselves. So what this does is once they do the upgrade again, this buys you another 14 days to move them. So I really use this to my advantage. Some people will enroll people right off the bat as wellness advocates. Of course, if they come right out of the gate and say, yep, I want to enroll tomorrow. I have some people I want to share it with right away. Then yes, enroll them as a wellness advocate right away. Otherwise, everybody do wholesale customer. And then at the time that they want to upgrade, you can move them again. So say you place them under somebody originally just to help with volume, just to help bump that volume up. But now they're going to turn into a leader. Ooh, you can actually use that person somewhere else. Well, great, because now you have another 14 days to move them to that other spot. So does that make sense? Okay. Yes, 14 days. So setting up LRP at the time of wellness consult, or just letting them know between standard order and LRP order how to do that. I also show them, log into their back office that time, show them how to get in, break it down into categories. Here's where you shop. Here's really the nice thing with wholesale customers is it's real simple. They're not going to get lost necessarily, but I like to highlight those links, these guys at the top. Shop products, our company, our caring. I encourage them, if you've got some time, poke through here, read some of the stuff. There's some great videos. So, kind of go from there. Okay, so the next step was, and this is in that checklist, is to send them the link for Regal's 8-part continuing education series. So Regal, the genius that she is, has created a website. She's got a website, like a blog site, blistmama.com. And she has created an education section for us, for new people, but also for us to share, to pass this on. So it's, and I have the link in the document, so you don't need to try to remember it right now. blistmama.com/edu. If you send that website to your new person, and say, just register for this, they're going to get 8 weeks. It's 1 email, 1 video per week on basically just slowly integrating them into oils. How to use oils, different ways they can use them, that kind of thing. So, think about this, what this is taking off of your plate. You're not having to handhold them for the 8 weeks. This is giving them that information. Of course, they can come to you if they have questions after that, but this is ways to get information in their hands quickly. If maybe you're not doing a class for another 2 weeks. So this is great. They'll have 2 weeks worth of videos under their belt by the time they come to your class. Okay, does that make sense? And don't try to reinvent the wheel on this. I tell everybody, take what our upline and what doTERRA is giving us, because it is not worth your time to try, unless you've got something good that you can create it without it, consuming your life, then go with it. But use this stuff that they are passing down to us. Use it and implement it, and don't try to create a whole new system. Okay, so so the next step was set them up to be invited to classes or continuing education, whatever system or tool you use. So if you're doing spreadsheet style, if you're on the pen and paper style, maybe you need an email list, an email group of people that you invite to classes. Add them into your email group, whatever it might be. Set them into that system so that they get invited. And then I also send out emails to at least my leaders, and then they can pass that forward. So if something gets emailed to you, forward that. Feel free to forward that on to somebody else. Just pass that information that way. Okay, and then I kind of leave it with follow-up every 2 to 3 months. So obviously you're probably going to be talking to them more than every 2 to 3 months. But in the event that they're, oil rock stars, they know how to use the site, they know how to order, they've got it down, they know their resources, they're not coming to you with questions all the time, just check in on them every 2 to 3 months. It's good customer service, right? And we're in a customer service industry. So just check in with them every few months. Make sure they're okay. Do you have any questions? I can't tell you how many times I've checked in with somebody and they've been silent, and they finally rattle off like 5 questions the minute I ask them. Like, have you been holding on to this for 2 months? Why have you not come and asked me? So checking in with them is good. It might trigger things for them too. Yeah, I've been thinking about this, but I just hadn't had time to reach out to you, or whatever it might be. It also allows you to find out if their phone number is now different. So that's one way I've discovered when somebody's phone number changes, or their email address. Okay, and then the last step that I have on this guide is if your we have too many WC abbreviations. If your wholesale customer expresses interest in sharing, see the Launch a New Leader Guide. So I was in the process of creating a Launch a New Leader Guide, and then I put that on halt because I found out what we might be learning about at Leadership Retreat, and I'm glad I put that on halt because I would have been wasting my time. So I'm going to show you what we learned at Leadership Retreat and the tools that we have available to us now. So, okay, share guide. And please feel free to poke through this. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to keep poking through all these guides and going page by page. So share really is about how to host a class, how to share some verbiage maybe to use for inviting, sharing, that type of thing. It's kind of a simpler guide. It's only a few pages. I have one again around here in one of these stacks. But okay, build. This one goes through compensation plan. So I did that compensation plan webinar. I stepped pretty much through this build guide for that webinar. So check that out if you haven't seen that one already. Then launch. So this is going to show how to kind of launch into a business. It really pulls in the pipes analogy. Are we all familiar with pipes? Prepare, invite, present, enroll, the big E, and then support. And support can go two ways. So supporting your wholesale customer or supporting them in growing a business. So, and kind of showing how to do both. So it follows the pipes analogy really step by step through how to continue to follow that. And the concept of launch is really to get you to elite. So again, elite is our big base goal. Like it takes, 3 elites to get to silver. And then if you need 3 silvers to get to platinum or 4 silvers to get to diamond, those are all founded with elites. So think about that. Once you know how to get to elite, you know how to get to silver, you know how to get your people to silver by creating elites. So elite's a foundation role. So, and elite is the only one, the last rank where you need 3,000 PV overall volume. It doesn't matter, how many leaders you have, what volume they've got going. It's 3,000 overall volume. So this launch guide really helps you to structure, to create a system for your month even, preparing, presenting, inviting, all of that stuff. I said those in backwards order, but you get my gist. So gets you in the system, gets you to elite. Once you're to elite, then you move to train. So train is for premier to silver. So this guy is going to show you here. It gives you what you learned, pipes activities to reach premier and silver. So this is going to start structuring you into more your different leaders. You need 2 leaders for premier, 3 for silver. Starts getting you structured for that. So again, you can download these, view them right here. And then the cool thing about this is we used to just have to use those builder worksheets. You guys can still see my internet, right? Okay. Just want to make sure. We used to have to use those builder worksheets for the ranks, but these books are, again, they're just pretty, and I'm a cat with a shiny disco ball, and I just love pretty. So so they really appeal to me. So lead to gold, multiply to platinum, platinum and diamond, influence to blue diamond. So it's step, all the way up the chain. So it really helps you to structure. These guides in here are focusing more on how to support your leaders. Not necessarily what are you doing to structure yourself for these certain ranks. How are you supporting your leaders in getting to their ranks? That type of thing. So see your roles shift a little bit as you advance in rank. Okay, and then down here, everybody, Empowered Success webinar, when you're done here, click on this and enroll. Sign up for it. It is a webinar that we can all plug into. You can see this. Register here. So they're doing it, I think it's the 17th and 18th of this month. Don't have any idea what the content's going to be, but I am assuming it's going to go over all these guides and kind of how to use them. So listen to this because it's different from me, for one. Anybody that will teach on anything, try to listen to them as many times as you can because we're all going to say different things. So if you hear 4 different people present the Natural Solutions class, they're all going to do it differently. So listen to everybody. Plug into as much as you can because maybe the way I teach it doesn't resonate with you, and that's totally cool. So listen to somebody else teach it. Maybe that will resonate more. Maybe I used to pull bits and pieces from everybody's presentations and use them as my own. So, but anyway, sign up for this so you can get this information. If you can't actually attend it at the time that you registered, you'll get the recording. So at least register for it so that you can get the recording. And then poke around on this team training and tools library. You're going to start to see how it's dividing everybody into the guides, the tools that you use. There's a list of tools for each guide that correlates with each guide. So it's real cool the way they've broken this down and made it step by step, and really so that we don't have to create our own systems for anything. So we just follow these guides. So like my last step was, if they express interest in sharing, jump over to the launch a new leader guide. So I am going to X that part out because I'm not going to do launch a new leader. I might add a few more steps onto this document. Like if they express interest, step them through share and through build, and then chat about launch, and that's going to structure them for elite. And then from there we go rank by rank. And really that's when you pull your upline in to help. You don't need to do this by yourself. Pull upline people in, and we'll help guide them through rank guides. So I think that's it. Questions? No? Crickets? Come on, guys. Nothing? All right. Okay, so I'll post the checklist for your new wholesale customer and the websites guide. I'll make sure to post that again, maybe in our leadership group, just so people see it. I'm going to tweak the websites guide again since I saw some links that don't need to be in there. So I'll post those, and then if you have Lael. Oh, you're waving a flag over there.
Do you know when that tools library is going to be uploaded?
It's here now.
Stuff. None of them are it says coming soon.
Oh, this stuff down here. Yeah, this stuff is here. So, that's cool. But yes, this, the train tools. Yeah, this is coming soon. My guess is anywhere from mid this month to this summer. That doesn't help.
That's a really wide minute.
Hey, you asked for a date, all right? I want to say mid this month, but I could just be blowing smoke. So it might. I really don't know. Let me just tell you that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yep. Don't know. But just keep checking back, because the guides were supposed to be available. Let's see. When were we at leadership? Last week. I don't know what week it is. We were there last week, I think. And so then they came active this week. So they've been rolling it out pretty quick. I think the goal is to have this out by the time that convention is out, because they're training on all of this at convention.
Okay.
So there you go. September, Lael. There's your date.
So helpful.
Just keep checking back. Hey, if I spot that it's live, I'll share that with you guys. Okay?
Good idea.
You hate me now. Okay. Any other questions that I won't be able to answer? Anyone? Okay. Shelly, do you have any feedback? Any tips? Who all do we have on here? Yep. Anybody else got some points you want to add in?
I got nothing.
Nothing? What?
No, I know. I think you covered it all.
Okay, well, good. So hopefully that gives you the gist of what to do for, following up with people, and try not to drop the ball with them. Set reminders. Ooh, I'm a big reminder person. I got all kinds of reminders that go off on my phone. You find systems that work for you so that you can kind of keep track and make sure. I know when you are starting off and you've only got a few people that it doesn't make a big deal, because you obviously can keep track of that. But as your teams grow and you have more and more people on them, it's going to get a little bit out of control. And like where my team is right now, I lose track of things every other minute. So yeah, find a system now and stick with that and roll with it, and then you'll be good. All righty.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to stop the recording. So let me know if you guys have questions. Okay, talk to you all later.